So, it's that time again for episode 2 of Storytime. So this one is true stories. Creepy true stories. She nearly died in an elevator. I heard this when I was in Korea. One day a girl was walking home late night after work or something. It was dark and around midnight. She lived in an apartment where they had an elevator. She got on the elevator, and when the door was about to close, a strange man with a very red hoodie entered the elevator. He apologized for scaring her and asked which floor she was heading to. Without making any eye contact, she told him out of fear, and the man casually pressed a button and the one below. As for on the way, he asked for her cell phone if he could use it, but she declined out of suspicion and isolated herself in the corner. After seconds of silence, the elevator arrived to the floor below the one the girl was heading to, and the door opened. The guy slowly walked out of the door and turned around, facing towards the elevator and the girl, and just stared without making any movement. Slowly, the door started to close, and from the gap she could see him turning around and heading for the stairs, pulling a knife out of his pocket. Who was turning the doorknob? When my family hit hard times, we had moved into a small house where our uncle had recently shot and killed himself. He had done this because of his depression after his wife had overdosed on pills and died the summer before. It all happened so quickly that when we moved in, there was still a bit of blood in one of the rooms. But on the third or fourth night of living there, my sister and I, who were sharing a room in the tiny house, were awake in our room playing video games at around 1 to 2 in the morning when someone knocks at our door. We didn't think anything of it and shouted for whoever it was to come in. No answer. Another knock. We stopped and stare at the door, and another knock comes. The doorknob does a full rotation and snaps back as if someone turned it and let go very quickly. I get up and open the door, expecting to see one of my other sisters or my mother, the only other people in the house. Open the door and stand in an empty hallway. I walked down the hall and peeked into the other bedroom. My 2 younger sisters and my mother are both fast asleep. Playing hide and seek with Ali. I still have fresh memories of this. When I was very young, about 3 or 4, I remember having a friend named Ali. Ali lived with me, and I would play hide and seek with her in the backyard. Ali was a year older than me. Ali loved my mum, but would never stay long enough to meet her. My mum didn't believe I had a friend named Ali. I kept telling her my mum first got a very white face and told me, "Stop, and Ali isn't real." Well, one night Ali told me she had to leave, so she did. Never heard from her again. Fast forward to when I was 16, and Mum told me that before I was born I had a sister named Ali, and she passed away due to complications. I don't know what the problem was. Something about her lungs, I think. My mum tells me that it was probably all coincidence, as the divorce was going on during that time and I wanted a friend. But I still remember everything about Ali, and I refused to believe it was all pretend.